What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sean P back again. Another edition of Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. So tonight we're gonna do another quick pick review of a new album that dropped. Really, I want to say I think it was early this week, or no, it was last week actually. It's and this is from Tyler the Creator. I'm gonna read it off my phone. Chromacopia, you know. So we're gonna do like a quick, what I like, what I didn't like. I didn't want to take like a long time on this review, just a quick sum up of my thoughts on this album. Uh, it's just to set the table on this. It's gonna be a talked about album this year. It's Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator is a very, I would say, a name artist. I would say definitely a top 10 to top 15 artists of the 2015s. I'm sorry, 2015. What am I thinking? But I'd say top 10, top 15 artists of the 2010s. He has a lot of critical acclaim. He's won a lot of Grammys. A little bit controversial, a little bit of a different type of energy when it comes to the hip hop game. Very avant-garde, if you will, if I want to use a fancy word. Eccentric. He has a different style, but a style that wins. I mean, this man, his last album, Call Me If I Get Lost, was very critical acclaim in 2021 and one of the top albums of that year. Igor got a lot of Grammy love and critical acclaim. Cherry Bomb and Wolf gets a lot of name notoriety from fans of the 2010s generation. I remember in the hip hop groups, they always got mentioned, those albums, as one of the top albums of the 2010s. So this guy's and even Flower Boy too. So this man is a very prominent artist from the 2010s with a very eccentric, avant-garde, different style of hip hop. Me personally, I was big on this guy from Goblin days. I said this guy's going to be the next star, in this game. He had a lot of satirical type of hip hop. He reminded me a lot in the younger days of somewhat of an Eminem type of rapper, believe it or not, but not lyrically on that level, but did have some bars. So we're going to talk about what I like, what I didn't like, and really sum it up all in the end. So, this definitely has a lot of energy and a different type of sound. Like Tyler's sound and Odd Future sound is nothing like anybody else has in the game. People really don't. It's either you get his style or you don't. But he's just got so many crazy beats with off-key synthesizer and all kinds of things going on that really has your ear going in so many different directions. But it works. It's always worked for him. I like some of the concept records on here. I like Darling I, you know what I mean? I like Hey Jane. I like Judge Judy talking about, a sexual encounter with a girl, you know what I mean? As far as, certain relations are concerned, Um, I really like Take Your Mask Off. Take Your Mask Off is probably the strongest concept record on this album about how people, really have secret lives. I mean, I think really he talks a lot of deep subjects on this album, believe it or not. A lot of deep subjects on this album. I think, and how people live double lives, you know what I mean, and how they're really fake inside, you know what I mean. I think it really hits to the core. Um, I like some of the features. I like what is it? Tizo Touchdown on Darling I think he's good. I like the Schoolboy Q feature in Santa Gold. That's a good collaboration. Even well, I'll get to what I didn't like in a minute. I don't like the song, okay? This is gonna sound weird. I don't like Balloon. It's kind of like a goofy, like type of beat or whatever. But I like the fact that he worked with Doechii on there because them two are like the mirror cousins of each other from a male and female perspective. I want to see them work together more. They work because Doechii is the female counterpart of him, really in the rap game. So I do like that, but I don't really feel the song like that. I didn't feel Sticky like that. I didn't like Sticky with Glorilla, Sexy Red, and Lil Wayne. And maybe that's just me. I can't stand Sexy Red. Lil Wayne was okay on there. He had a couple bars on there. He did his thing, and Glorilla's part was kind of short, but the song really wasn't doing it. What else? I liked. What I did like is I liked how it started. I liked the energy on Ratata, and I like the energy on Noi. I think those are the two most energetic singles on there, along with what was it? I think it was Tomorrow or Like Him. You know what I mean? So I like some of the energy on those records, but overall, what I didn't like is some of the beats and the energy was wild, was cool, but it just wasn't a sound that I get down with. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just a sound that it's either you really like or you didn't like. Actually, yeah, it came out this week. It came out on a weird day. It came out on a Monday of all things, on the 28th. But yeah, it's either you like Tyler Creator's sound or you don't. And maybe that's just me. Like I just don't jive with his style, even though he's got energy on this album. He's got some good concept records. He comes strong lyrically on here, and he makes points, but sometimes he's just, a little bit too out there. I mean, at one point I used to call this type of music weirdo rap, but in the world of, P rap and all the stuff you see on the radio today, what is really weirdo rap? But it's really a different kind of style. You either get or you don't. But despite the fact that it's really not my sound and I really don't get with it, I'm still going with a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I think this is a dope project. He tackles a lot of subjects on here. I'm not going to really get too deep into it. I'm going to let you listen to it, but I like the concepts on here. I like how the energy of this album starts. I love the Darling I and Hey Jane. I mean, he really talks about some deep topics on here. Some of the features work. I like to see him work with Doechii more. But yeah, overall, I would go 7.5 to 8 out of 10. It may make maybe not my top 10, but it may make my honorable mentions for this year. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are going to talk about this album. This is going to be a heavily talked about album. I think it's going to be, in most people's eyes, runner up for album of the year. I don't know about that. In my it may have to grow on me a bit, but you know, still I'm up there with like the LL album as the album that I'm really listening to like that as one of the most cohesive projects of this year. But yeah, Chromacopia, dope album from one of the dope artists of this year. Despite it not really being my sound, it's just not really what I like. But who knows? Maybe some of these songs will grow on me. I think this is an album that you have to listen to a couple times to really get the feel of and really get into. But I would check this out. Tyler the Creator Chromacopia, 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Dope listen. Dope listen. I check it out. And I don't think if you're a Tyler the Creator fan, he definitely didn't disappoint. So check that out. So with that, we're gonna get back. We got some albums dropping pretty soon. You know, I think Freddie Gibbs drops tomorrow. So I would definitely check that out. You know, I'm going to get to that one when Freddie Gibbs drops. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for some other reviews. I got to get to some street rap albums as well. Some backtrack on some street rap albums that dropped in the last couple of months or so. So with that, I'll check you all out soon, and y'all have a good night. Check out Tyler the Creator Chromacopia. 7.5 out of 10 here on Hip Hop Roundtable Reviews. All right. Oh, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right. I'll talk to y'all. Good night. Peace.